Can I use molasses instead of honey? Have you ever found yourself in the kitchen, ready to whip up a delicious recipe, only to realize you are out of honey? No need to panic. You might be wondering if molasses can step in as a substitute. Let's break this down together. Both molasses and honey are liquid sweeteners, but they have distinct differences in taste and texture. When you swap one for the other, it is important to keep in mind how they behave in cooking and baking. Both ingredients add moisture to your dishes, so if you decide to use molasses instead of honey, you may need to adjust the amount of other liquids in your recipe. For instance, if a recipe calls for 1 cup of honey, you might want to reduce other liquids slightly when using molasses. Now let's talk about flavor. Molasses has a stronger and more complex taste compared to honey. It tends to be darker and can have a smoky or sometimes bitter flavor, especially in its darker varieties. Honey, on the other hand, is lighter and sweeter, often carrying floral or fruity notes. This difference means that using molasses will alter the overall taste of your dish. Molasses shines in recipes where a deep, rich flavor is desired. Think barbecue sauces, baked beans, or gingerbread. Honey is often the better choice for lighter recipes like cakes, cookies, or salad dressings. In terms of nutrition, molasses packs more minerals such as iron, calcium, and magnesium. Honey, however, has a different sugar composition and is lower in sodium. But for most home cooking, flavor and texture are usually the main concerns rather than nutritional content. When substituting molasses for honey, a good rule of thumb is to use a 1-to-1 ratio by volume. Just remember, the flavor and color of your dish will change. If you are making something delicate, like a light dessert, molasses may overpower the other flavors. In those cases, honey is typically the better option. For savory dishes or recipes that benefit from a bold, smoky sweetness, molasses can be a fantastic alternative. If you are unsure, a practical tip is to start by replacing half the honey with molasses. This way, you can taste the difference and adjust the recipe to your liking without risking a strong or bitter outcome. So yes, you can use molasses instead of honey in many recipes, but be prepared for a noticeable change in flavor and color. Adjust other liquids as needed, and consider the type of dish you are making to choose the best sweetener for your needs. Happy cooking!